Okay, everybody, take a look at this video here. And I know Lil Mama's all up in her feelings. She went and found two homeless black men, came to the rescue, got that cape on, girl. But she's doing a good deed. Obviously, she's one of those people, she believes in helping people out, okay? So, she went, there were two homeless black men, and she paid for them a room at the Wyndham Hotel. It did not go as planned. So let's take a look at it, and then I want to have a conversation with you because I have seen this, not before. As I say, I done seen it before. But check it out. Here we go.
I say I am so pissed off right now. Y'all know I love helping people. Y'all always see me giving. Y'all know that's what I do. That's my heart. Mm-hmm. I paid for them to get a room here at this hotel. I said, okay, let me put his name on the room because I already felt like they were going to discriminate. Not only did they take my payment for the room, they kicked them out of the room on Christmas in the cold, 9 degrees. It was cold as fuck. I said, you know what? God laid it on my heart to get them a room for not only one night, a couple of nights. Not only did you kick them out, you called the police on them because you were discriminating. You call and tell the police that you're uncomfortable because you think he's about to jump over the counter. I still pay for this room. I don't give a fuck what y'all think about these people because they're homeless or they're black, whatever. Someone did a nice gesture for them and got them a room because I wanted them to be warm and comfortable and fed on fucking Christmas. Kick fucking homeless people out of a hotel on fucking Christmas when the rooms are paid for. Fucking disgusting. This is the counter. Y'all, this is the counter that they said that they felt like these people were going to jump over when they called the police on them. Jump over this? I chose this hotel. I chose this. You can record me. Don't put it on the camera. I chose Wingate to keep them for Christmas. I chose y'all hotel to comfort them and show them love on Christmas and to feed them and give them shelter on Christmas, and y'all denied them of that. So, Wingate, discrimination, complete discrimination. Them people should not have been put out of their room on Christmas. Look how this could have turned out. You called the police and said this. This man probably could end up dying that night. Y'all know how the police be on bullshit. Y'all know they shoot and ask questions later. This man probably could have been shot down on Christmas because you discriminated against him saying that what you felt like he was finna do. And it pissed me off because these people were so happy. They were so grateful. Like, elated. They couldn't even believe that I was doing this for them. Like, praying to God, thanking God, thank you so much for gifting me this for Christmas. And y'all took these people gift away from them. Y'all took these people blessing away from them because y'all got issues within yourselves. And she still didn't give my refund. $400 some down the drain because these people didn't even fucking stay here. Disgusting. Wingate, disgusting. When I found out this lady's name, she needs to be fired.
Okay. Under common law, it says hotels must accept guests unless there is a reasonable or a non-arbitrary reason for rejecting a guest. Now, I understand little mama, she's all up in her feelings. All up in her feelings. Let me go ahead and tell you why. And they should have told her maybe, but that is allowed where somebody can pay for somebody else. But let me go ahead and tell you why they might have a problem with you paying for those hotel rooms for those homeless men. First of all, hands off to you, lady. I wonder if they would do it for you. And I know that's not what the video is about. My apologies for the cursing. But I could see as the video was going, it looks like she was paying for two black men. All right. Okay. And she said, do things to help people out. Good for her. I don't want to show a bad picture of her, with the video. But let me go ahead and give you a little heads up on the reason why that fee. I was staying at a hotel. I was traveling, and it wasn't the best hotel. It was okay. It was decent, I'll say. So I really can't complain. So I was staying at a hotel. Oh my gosh. And I look up. There was a man paying for a room. Oh my goodness. And he was paying for the room for his siblings. It was Dusty Dan's crew. He's paying for a room for his, for his son, not his siblings. It was an older man paying for a room for his son. He made it very clear to the clerk because the son, I can already tell it was a son. They had maybe a 12-year-old grandson, and also Becky was there. So he was paying for his son's family. Didn't work, didn't have no money. Just got into town. I'm going to get on my feet. For whatever reason, I found it interesting that man did not want his son staying in his house. He didn't want that. Put him up in a hotel in the same city. Didn't want him at his house. To me, yeah, I can put two and two together and see what I come up with. He might be 5-finger discount Dusty Dan. Okay, so the man went ahead and paid for him to stay there. Look up. It's like, wow, they're down here again. You don't have a phone? So then he borrowed someone's phone. The man, Dusty Dan Jr. Look, Dad, I'm trying to get a job, and just pay for one more night, okay? Then yeah. Just need your little help. So obviously the dad paid for one more night for them to stay there. Again, I was there on business, and I was like, oh, he looks sketchy. And I knew then when that man didn't want his son, and when they paid for the hotel, I kind of figured that. I said, I bet he steals. So the lady went ahead and let the man pay for the room, okay, for his son and Becky and Dusty Dan Jr., okay? They normally keep a card on file. Hate to tell you this, ma'am. They might have been doing you a favor. Now, first of all, they should definitely give her the money back. Okay? They should give her the money back because obviously services were not rendered. Oh, by the way, Dusty Dan, he knew what his son was about because you know what? He told the lady, I'm paying in cash. I'm not putting the card down. I wonder why. Maybe, just maybe because he done this, what they say, before. Again, they should give her a refund. They should not have kept the services, okay? They should give her a refund. Look up. The lady was talking, and she was talking, and somehow I engaged in a conversation. Guess what happened? Again, that's why the man, I remember, they want a card. No, he said, I'll pay cash. And they wanted some kind of deposit. He was paying cash only. Granddaddy was not going to put that card down for Dusty Dan. The non-working, looks like a criminal man. First of all, they were really trying to rate, I guess, like the continental breakfast, rate like it was something crazy. Okay? And given that they might have got complaints by their appearance. Okay? Number 2 is Christmas holiday time. And we don't want to face it, but it is what it is. By them being homeless, they figure one or two things. They might get up in there and do something to a woman. And then what? You on the darn news. Like it doesn't happen. See, there are some things that we don't see. We just see somebody that looks like me. Or we got woman, she's doing a good deed. What if they're in a hotel and somebody, leave their door, draw to run down the hallway? You don't have it. I'm just saying, and it could happen to anyone. But I'm just letting things like this happen. And then next thing you know, somebody gets assaulted. That could be their concern. Somebody gets murked. They're on the news. Nobody want to stay there because they had 2 homeless people. There are homeless shelters, but some people don't want to obey the rules. Some people say, hey, it's more of a hassle, what you can and cannot do. So things like that. Maybe they're thinking we don't want them. Here's the holiday season. We don't want any drama. And it looks like the 2 women behind the counter, they look black to me. But see, when you're on the news every day, when the things that we do, see, you can't just turn off what people see. I used to have a saying that I think white people use. Somebody, if it's what is it? If it's racist, it's not true. Yep, and if you living off some stolen assets that your family didn't work for, somebody else did, and you are considered the son of a thief or daughter of a thief, guess what? I agree. If it's if it's true, it's not racist. But here's the thing: we know what happens, committing crimes all the time, and then homeless too. Might be concerned about the legal liability. Oh yeah, let me get back to Dusty Dan. His daddy got him into the hotel. It's not funny. I never in my life. When Dusty Dan left and checked out, guess what happened? They had a television that was like bolted down on like a dresser setting. Who would know that? He took screwdriver. I couldn't. What lady told me? She said he took it. They were raiding the food like something crazy. I guess they're so hungry. Took a screwdriver, and I couldn't believe she said he unscrewed the TV from the table where it was sitting, on like the hot dresser portion where the drawers are. You got to be kidding me! Unscrewed, opened up that top drawer, unscrewed, and stole the television. She said basically they were trying to take anything. Oh yes, and I think it was an extended stay. They were trying to take anything that wasn't nailed down. You gotta be kidding me. Still taking the pillows. I couldn't believe it. Basically ripping the room off. And she was just exasperated. She said, yeah. I said, well, what are you going to do? What are you gonna do? And she's like, well, since the granddad didn't leave his card on file, she says, we're not going to try to charge him. He paid cash with a deposit, so we may just hold the deposit. But she was like, yep, we can't hold him liable because, number one, we can't put the charges on his card. Second time, I was traveling. And it was one of those areas where something happened during the winter, and I don't know, a storm or something had happened. But I didn't see any problems. But they were saying, oh yeah, some people got displaced. They got displaced during a storm, and they put them up in a real nice hotel. Oh yes, very nice hotel. And I kind of thought, I said, wow, it's kind of a lot of just boo and cooter kind of redneck people here. And I thought, my God, what are they doing here? I was like, now this right here, we're on the neck. It just didn't add up. I'm like, what are they doing? It just looked. It was the clientele was not what I expected. Okay, so I'm in a nice place, got me a nice suite again on business, and I said, well, I said, yeah, a lot of people here. Someone said, oh yeah, they live so and so, and something happened, and the people got displaced, so they're putting them here. And that's when I found out that FEMA, they also put people up in hotels, which I knew that before, but that's what happened there. It was bubbling them up in that place, y'all. It was a nice hotel again. I had a suite because I was going to be there for a little bit. Guess what happened? First of all, it was a whole bunch of them, and they were everywhere. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. The clientele is interesting. And some of them were acting, a certain way. Because I remember one, Becky, she was like, he approached me, and he was like, I think I was getting on the elevator. And he was like, oh, no. And he was about to get on too. Then he stood back, did his arm out. He said, oh, no, after you, ma'am. And I was like, thank you. And so she was like, boy, I tell you, don't act like this at home. He ain't acting like this every day just because we up in this place. So I guess he want to put his best foot forward, okay? She said that, and I just smiled and just went on my way. Again, they were there because they were displaced, and they put them up there. So I'm going to my business meeting, and here's the part that was so funny. I'm there. I was in the hallway and I said, oh, I forgot something. So I go back out. Guess what happened? They were doing this. And this was all Dusty Dan. All Dusty Dan. From the trailer park land, he was doing, the ladies downstairs, they were knocking. Sir, it's time for you to check out. You should have been checked out, sir. Time to be checked out, sir. He wouldn't open the door. Dusty Dan, and I was like, oh my, I knew then this was probably like the best place they ever stayed in, you know. Sir, he wouldn't open the door. He said, oh, we want to stay 2 more days. They said, oh no, sir. They're not paying for 2 more days. The time is up, okay? Today's the last day, sir. So, and we already reminded you. Okay, we're going to get out. Sir, you said that a few hours ago. You're supposed to check out at 11 o'clock. Look up. Went to a quick meeting. I come back to the hotel. I see the lady with a clipboard in her hand. Got a clipboard. Going down the hall knocking. Time to evacuate. It's time for you to leave. You need to check out. You must check out. You must check out. And I inquired. I said, you were up here earlier, weren't you? Because I was on the same floor. She said, oh, yes. She said, you see this list right here? FEMA has paid for them to be there. Now it's time for them to leave. And she said they don't want to leave. She said they don't want to leave. And I looked, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. She says, I've been on this floor twice. I couldn't believe it. I've already seen her twice. She said they don't want to leave. And she had a whole list. She said, I have to go on each door and ask them to leave. They don't want to leave. They're in a hell of a nice suite. It's definitely better than home, obviously. They don't want to get out. So you don't think it might be an issue? What if she had a clipboard? She says, she's going through this list right here. And she did some kind of check. I guess the ones that got now. Surprise. I looked at it. Most of them didn't have a check. I thought to myself, I knew then what it was. It's nice, sweet. They don't want to leave. They don't want to get out. Knocking on doors. Guess what? Nobody was opening up the door. I couldn't believe it. I said, oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here. Nobody, but she just knocking and just knocking. So what do you think is going to happen when the other guests pull up and they got a reservation? They have to get the rooms cleaned for the maids. That's why they had that window for check out and then check in. They have to get the rooms cleaned so the maids can come in and clean the whole room for the next person. It's not a charity. It's a business. So Becky and Bucky and Peter under the 4 boys building didn't want to get out. So what do you think was going to happen? It will cause a major problem. And everybody, what if other people are coming in on business? I was traveling. What if they're coming in? Then those folks will see that happening and give you a bad rating. Oh, I saw some sketchy clientele there. Oh, my room wasn't ready. They don't have time to be sitting up there calling the cops, trying to get everybody out. And sometimes the hotels, they'll tell you to go ahead and file for an eviction. Kid you not. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And that's when people live there. But with the idea, who wants to be calling the cops? Get bad for business. People start thinking, oh, I don't want to stay here. Then what if the rooms aren't ready? Now you got complaints. So I guess call the cops to get them out. Now you got complaints. Rating goes down. Your business goes down. And you say it's only 2. Yeah, easier said than done. It's only 2. But then when you look up, it's only 2. What if that's 2 rooms somebody else has paid for and they decide not to come out? Then what? So that may explain why they don't want them there. Does racism exist? Of course, you betcha. My other thing is, why did they put them out? I wonder if she was there the entire time. Did they do something? I'm just saying. I don't have no cape on. I wonder, did they do something? I've seen it with the wrong kind of piece in a WPB in a $5 million mansion tearing up stuff. I've seen it. Huh. Why would you do that? Now, never before. Person has a home where other millionaires come and stay friends, do business. Here come the peeps. Why? Why would you do that? It's the wrong kind of peeps. The wrong kind. So this here, I know she calls herself doing a good deed. I'm just letting you know I can see another side of this. Did something happen for them to ask them to leave? Maybe they just did. We don't know. But sometimes people like that, you don't know what you're dealing with. Now, should they refund the money? You're darn skippy. You're darn skippy. But I'm just letting you know, sometimes it's not just always, well, they shouldn't be doing that to them. They shouldn't be doing that to them. They might be scared they're going to scare the clientele off. Afraid something may happen. Again, I kind of wonder, did something occur? Did something happen? Or maybe they were going to be like Bubba under the floorboards Billy. Got to knock on the door. Got a whole list of folks not coming out. I knew then. I said, yeah, this place is a lot better than home. They probably haven't had anything nice, in quite some time. They ain't trying to go home, trying to stay. An issue getting them out. So I'm just saying there are two sides to a coin. Two sides to a coin. I wish more Black women had this attitude, though. I will say, and she's doing her good deed. I wish more Black women had this attitude toward other Black women. And then I can't help to think, I know I can't help it. Boo, did a good deed. Hope you get your refund. I just kind of wonder, would they do that for you? I gotta go. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Apologies for the profanity, but I wanted to just show you this and also share with you how things can go. So those were two instances that I've seen. Two instances with Dusty Dan and under the floorboards Billy Man in hotels. Somebody else paying. Sometimes people don't want to get out and they have no money and they will try to be staying. Anyway, I'm out. Bye.